Hello everyone, welcome back to Priyan classes. I'm once again Prabhat Kumar with you with the remaining part. You have seen in my previous two videos on the chapter for straight lines for standard 11. Now what is there? There was some topics or some parts of the chapter that was left to be discussed in the previous two videos for the paucity of time. So now I'm continuing the same video, the same chapter in this video. So till now, I have given you the basic concepts of what is a line, what is the straight line, what is the form of equation of a straight line, and what are different forms of equation, and how can you deduce the equations by the given conditions, that all. Okay, so now I will show you if you are given a standard form of equation and you have to find out the different aspects regarding the line. How can you do it? You can do it just transforming the given equation. You have to transform the given equation to some particular form of the equation, and if you are able to transform it, then you will be able to find out what should be the other parameters, like what should be the slope or what should be the intercepts. All these aspects you can find out. Okay, so now let's continue. I will start with transformation of standard equation or a general equation to specific forms. Okay, so first I will transform. What will be my general equation? My general equation is normally ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is your general form of equation. Now you will see how I just transform it to different forms, and then how I get the information that is needed to me. So the first form I will do it the slope intercept form. Just remember the slope intercept form. What was it? It was y equal to mx plus c. That means if two informations like the slope of the line and the y-intercept was given to you, then you can find out what will be the equation of the line. Now if the equation of the line means I am going the reverse way. Equation is given to me and I have to find out what should be the slope and what will be the y-intercept. Okay, so now let's proceed. My equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, so I will take by equal to minus ax minus c. I can write it as, or I can also write it as y equal to minus a over b, or x minus c over b, or you can write it as minus a over b x plus minus c over b. Okay, so now this is in the form of y equal to mx plus c. So what was that? So my m is, the slope is minus a by b, first thing, and the c, the y-intercept, I should write it as y-intercept is equal to minus c over b. So these are the two informations that you can deduce from the given equation, that is slope of the line that is given to you, that you have found out, and the y-intercept. Okay, so this is one deduction. The other deduction is the intercept form. Suppose that I have to find out both the intercepts. Instead of finding out the slope, I need both intercepts. So how that will be done? So this is, now I will transform the same thing to the intercept form. Intercept form, just remember the intercept form. What was that? X over a plus y over b was equal to 1. Okay, so that is intercept form. So I will transform, I will take the general equation, okay, and then I will transfer first the c to the side. Ax plus by equal to minus c, okay, then divided by c. So what you will get, divided by not c but minus c, because I need plus 1 this side, so I will divide it by minus c. Okay, so this will be ax over minus c plus by over minus c equal to 1, or I can write it as x over minus c upon a plus y over minus c upon b is equal to 1. So this is your intercept form. So I can say that x intercept is minus c by a and y intercept is minus c by b. So this is the information that I have found out. Okay, now there are these two things that I have told you. Now there is one very important thing. If you are given, till now I have been discussing about one line only. Till now I have been discussing about one line only. Now I will say, what if there are two lines? Okay, now if there are two lines, that means obviously either they will be parallel or they will be intersecting at any point. There is no third condition possible in a plane. I'm talking about two-dimensional geometry. So in a plane, the two lines will be either parallel to each other or will be intersecting. So first of all, I shall discuss about the intersecting lines. So if the two lines are intersecting, then what should be the point of intersection? Okay, so suppose that this is one line L1 and this is another line L2, and this is my point of intersection. Okay, this is one line, and for line L1 my equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. For L2, suppose that the equation is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Now you see, what is the speciality of this point of intersection, that is P. Suppose that this is x1, y1, these are the coordinates. Obviously you see P is lying on the line L1, so P, the coordinates should satisfy the equation for line L1, that is the first equation. Similarly, this point is also lying on line L2, so the same coordinates will be satisfying the equation for line L2, that is my second equation. Okay, now if it is so, that means one way to find out this point, just solve these two equations simultaneously. When you solve these two equations simultaneously, you get a set of values of x and y. You get one value of x and one value that is satisfying both the equation, and that will be the point of intersection. Okay, but in coordinate, let's do some another way also. Okay, there is a very easy method to find out. Obviously, when I say x1 is satisfying, so that means from line L1 I can say a1 x1 plus b1 y1 plus c1 is equal to 0. From line L2, I can say it will be a2 x1 plus b2 y1 plus c2 is equal to 0. If both these things are satisfied, then I can find out the value of x1 and y1 by using determinant method. In determinant method, what we do is, I will arrange them x1, y1 and c1. Okay, sorry, first of all there is only one. Then the constant terms a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2. I will arrange them as a determinant. Okay, now once I arrange them as a determinant, what I get is, you see, I will just open it. If you take x1, how to open? See, when I take x1, I will leave this row, I will leave this column, then b1 c2 minus b2 c1. Okay, so this is x1 over b1 c2, and there will be a minus sign, and then the lower to upper, that is b2 c1. Okay, the second I will take now y1. Okay, so for y1, what I get is, again I will leave this and this column, but this is the second, so there will be a minus sign also. Okay, I will use a minus sign first, and then remember, this is plus, this is minus, then third one is plus. Okay, so now I have taken y1 over, so I will leave this row and I will leave this column, then a1 c2 minus a2 c1, upper then low, up to low, then low to up, that is a1 c2, or I should write it as c2 a1, that will be better for you, c2 a1 and minus c1 a2. Okay, and then the third one will be, third is just 1. Again, as I said, this was plus, this is minus, and this is plus sign, so this is 1 by, again I will leave this row, I will leave this column, then upper to lower, that is a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Okay, so now this will be a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and what happens, all these three terms will be equal, so there will be equal sign for all these. Okay, so I can write it in another way, that is x1 over b1 c2 minus b2 c1 is equal to y1 over, multiply this and this will become c1 a2 minus c2 a1, and that is equal to 1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Or actually, what is my target? My target is to find the value of x1 and y1. Okay, so use first term, first and the last, and what will be x1? b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Similarly, what will be y1? y1 will be c1 a2 minus c2 a1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now see, what a system. B, C, C, A and A, B. 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. So it is very easy to remember and very easy to understand. Okay, so this is your point of intersection of these two lines. Now, what if three lines are given to you? Till now, two lines, okay, they may be intersecting. So I have discussed about the intersecting lines. So if the lines are intersecting, what will be the point of intersection? Now the next part is, if there is a third line, then comes the matter of concurrency. If those lines are not concurrent, what do you mean by concurrency? That means all these three lines are passing through one single point. Okay, otherwise they will be making a triangle only. Okay, so they will be, if the triangle comes closer, triangle becomes very small and all the lines, then only they can say that. See, I will try to explain it with the help of a diagram. Concurrency of three lines. See, suppose that there is one line is like this, another line is like this, and the third line is like this. Till now, you can see all these three lines are not passing through one single point. Just assume that this line is taken closer to it, closer to the point of intersection of first two lines. So what happens? The area of the triangle, this triangle becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and the moment this line is passing through this, what is the area? That will become 0. Okay, so using this concept only, I am going to find out what should be the point of intersection. Okay, now suppose that my line L1 is A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0. Line L2 is A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0. And line L3 is A3x plus B3y plus C3 is equal to 0. Okay. Now what I said, all these three lines have to pass through one point. Obviously, whatever is the point of intersection of first two lines, that will be the point of intersection. The point of intersection of these two lines will be satisfying the third. That point is lying on the third line also. Then only it is said that all three lines are passing through one point. Okay. So now for that purpose, I will take just L1 and L2. Okay. I will take L1 and L2. What will be the point of intersection? I have just given you the formula. The point of intersection will be B1C2, that is x coordinate, B1C2 minus B2C1 divided by A1B2 minus A2B1, and the y coordinate will be C1A2 minus C2A1 divided by A1B2 minus A2B1. Okay. Now, as I said, the point of intersection of first two lines should satisfy the equation of the third line, or the point of intersection of the first two lines is lying on the third line also. Okay, so that means this point has to satisfy this third one. Okay, so from equation 3, suppose that this was equation 1, this is equation 2, this is equation 3. Okay, so for this I can say from equation 3 what I get, A3, and this is your B1C2 minus B2C1 divided by A1B2 minus A2B1, okay, plus B3 multiplied by C1A2 minus C2A1 divided by A1B2 minus A2B1 plus C3 is equal to 0. Okay. Now I will multiply both sides by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, that is the denominator, so that this will go on the other side, it will become 0, and on left hand side what it will be, a3 multiplied by b1 c2 minus b2 c1, okay, plus b3 c1 a2 minus c2 a1 plus c3, it is now a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and this is equal to 0. Why? Because I have multiplied all the terms with this. Now I will just rearrange and I will show you how easily you can find out. See, this will become a3 b1 c2 minus b2 c1. I will make a minus sign here, and then b3, obviously when I have taken out minus sign, so these two will be reversed, so now it becomes c2 a1 minus c1 a2, okay, and plus c3 a1 b2 minus a2 b1 is equal to 0. Now you see, what is this? If I write it in the determinant form, what becomes? First is a3 multiplied by b1 c2 minus b2 c1. Got it? b1 c2. Then the second term, as you know, it will be with minus sign, so minus b3, and then multiplied by c2 a1 or a1 c2 minus c1 a2 or a2 c1, okay, and similarly the third c3 multiplied by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So if the value of this determinant is equal to 0, that means the three lines are concurrent. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Just arrange the numbers you're from the equation a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2, a3 b3 c3, and if the value of this determinant is coming out to be 0, that means it is the three lines are concurrent. Okay, now what will be? Let's come to the next topic, that though I have discussed it earlier also, how to find out a line which is parallel to a given line. Okay, so to find a line parallel to a given line. Okay, suppose that you are given the line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. This is your given line. I have to find out line parallel. What do we mean by this? Obviously, if that line is making, if the given line is making the angle theta with the x-axis, my new line will also making the same angle, or the slope of the two lines will be same. If one angle is making angle theta, line is making the angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis, that means the other line is also making the same angle theta with the positive direction of the x-axis. So that means m is equal. So from this I will convert it to the slope intercept form as you have seen earlier. So what would this will be? By will be equal to minus ax minus c, or y is equal to minus a by b x plus minus c by a. Okay, so what is the slope? slope is minus a upon b. As I said, same slope will be for the new line also. Same will be the slope for the new line also. So let the new line, obviously in this one and this one I have taken it as y equal to mx plus c, that is slope intercept form. What will be the difference? The difference will be in this constant, that is the y intercept. This will become the difference. So suppose that the new line is y is equal to minus a by b x plus c1 you take. Okay. Now if I simplify it, what I get, by equal to minus ax plus c1, or take everything to the side, then it will become ax plus by. Okay, ax plus by, you see these two, ax plus by, same thing is coming. Okay, and then minus c1 is equal to 0. This will be the equation of the new line. Again, I am giving you one more thing on this part only. What if I multiply both the numerator and denominator of the slope by a constant, let it be k. Okay, so if m is equal to minus a over b, it will be same as minus ka over kb. Is there any difference? Suppose that I take it as a over b. Let it be minus only. That means a over small a is k and b over small b is equal to k, or 1 by k, sorry. Means ratio of these two are same. So if I am using this as slope, this is also the slope, I can use this also as y equal to minus a over b plus c1 x, and this will be changed to by equal to minus ax plus c1, or ax plus by minus c1 is equal to 0. Obviously, for this line and this line, slope is same. If the slope is same, that means lines are parallel. And if lines are parallel, it is not necessary that a small a is not equal to the capital A is not equal to small a. But the thing is that the ratio of the coefficients of the variables, that is x and y, are same. So if first thing, there is only change in constant, and second thing, the ratio of the coefficients are equal. If the coefficients are in the same ratio, then I can say that the lines are parallel. Only the coefficients has to be same. Okay, and if all these three are in the same ratio, then if the constant term is also in the same ratio, then in that case the two lines are coincidental, that is they coincide on each other. Okay, so that is the thing for parallel lines. Now I will go for the perpendicular lines. What if the lines are perpendicular? Okay, finding out the equation of the perpendicular line. So obviously I have got this. So from this I know what is the slope, that is minus a over b. Okay, m1, slope of this. Okay, let slope of the perpendicular line is m2. Then what we know, I have in the previous video I have told you that in case of for our lines to be perpendicular, m1 and m2 is equal to -1. Product of the slopes will be equal to -1. So m1 is minus a over b multiplied by m2 equal to -1. So m2 will be equal to -1 into b by a minus b by a, or it will be equal to b over a. So if this is so, then what will be the equation? Equation will be y equal to m2x plus c1. Let's take another constant, not the same. Okay, so this will be y equal to b over a x plus c1, or I can take it as bx minus ay plus c1 equal to 0. Okay, so this will be the equation of the perpendicular, the line which is perpendicular to the given line. Now, what will be the angle between two lines? Again, you see, if you have to find out angle between two lines, I have given you just two things that were specific. In one case, angle between the two lines was 0. In other case, angle between the two lines was 90 degree. Now, what will be when there is some other angle? Then you have to find out the angle between the two lines. And from that, there also I will show you the conditions for the lines to be parallel or conditions for the lines to be perpendicular. Okay, now you see, angle between two lines. Suppose that one line is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. Second line is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Okay, so these are the two lines. Now, from the first, what is m1? m1, let it be slope of first line. That will be what? Minus a1 over b1. Okay. Similarly, what will be m2? Slope of second line, that is minus a2 over b2. Now, just remember the first video where I have told you that if the angle between them is tan theta, then it was equal to m1 minus m2 over 1 plus m1 m2 and modulus of this. Okay, now using this, I can say what it will be: minus a1 over b1 minus a2 over b2 divided by 1 plus minus a1 over b1 and minus a2 over b2. Okay, just go on simplifying it, multiplied by a1 multiplied by b1 b2, and you will get it as equal to, this will become plus sign. Okay, so this will become a2 b1, okay, minus a1 b2 divided by b1 b2 or a1 a2 plus b1 b2. Modulus of this will be tan theta, and that will be the value of, it will give you the angle between the two lines. Now again, let's go on the conditions. If the lines are parallel, if the lines are parallel, what will be the angle between them? 0. So if the angle between them is 0, then if theta is 0, that means tan theta is also 0. So A1, I can say it as A2B1 minus A1B2 is equal to 0, or A2B1 is equal to A1B2, or I can say A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. That's what I have just explained to you, that ratio of the coefficients of the variables have to be equal. That's what you are getting once again. Now the second thing, if the lines are perpendicular, if the lines are perpendicular, then what was the condition? The condition was that m1 m2 is equal to minus 1. Okay, so if m1 m2 is equal to minus 1, what was m1? That was minus a1 over b1 multiplied by minus a2 over b2. This is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 this become plus, or I can say as a1 a2 is equal to minus b1 b2, or a1 a2 plus b1 b2 is equal to 0. If this is so, then I can say that the lines are perpendicular to each other. Okay, now there is one more concept that is given to you. One or two more concepts are only remaining. So let the video maybe a little bit long. I will show you how to do this. Okay, that is, if a line is given and another point is given that is not lying on the line, and you have to find out the distance of the point from the line, that means length of the perpendicular from the point drawn onto the line. Okay, so I will once I make the figure, you will easily understand distance of a point from a line. Okay, suppose that this is your line L. Okay, and this one is the point P, whose coordinates are given as x1, y1. Okay, equation of the line is just ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Got it? Standard form of equation. I am not taking any special form. This is the line, point is given away from line, and you have to find out distance of this point from this line. What this will be? That will be length of the perpendicular drawn on the line. If you draw a line, you have to find out this length. Okay, now what will be x-intercept and what will be y-intercept? Okay, first of all, if this is the line, then what is x-intercept? That is minus c over a. Okay, similarly, what is y-intercept? That is minus c over b. So if I know this thing, that means if this point of intersection is a, I can say its coordinates will be minus c over a and 0, and if this is point b, then its coordinate will be 0 and minus c over b. Okay, so this is the, from this I can find out the intercepts. Okay, now you see what will be area of triangle PAB. This one. Join this and join this. what will be area of this triangle PAB? Obviously it will be half of AB base and the perpendicular, that is PN. Suppose that I take it as N, okay, that will be, and you know how to find out area of a triangle when all the coordinates are given to you by using determinant method. So I have got coordinate of this one, I have got coordinate of this one, I have got coordinate of this one. So now area of triangle PAB, okay, this will be in determinant form. What do we get? X1, Y1 and 1. Then come to there, minus C by A, 0 and then 1. Then at this point 0 minus C by B and 1. Okay. Once you expand this determinant, okay, once you expand this determinant, what you get is, expand from there only, okay, so that will be x1 multiplied by 0 into 1 minus C by B into 1, okay. Then y1 with a minus sign, minus C by A into 1 minus 0 into 1, then plus with 1 minus C by A into minus C by B and minus 0 into 0. Okay. So once you make it, it was half also there. What we get? X1 into all multiplied by half. All will be multiplied by half. Okay. So this will be half x1 or plus C by, this will become 0 and this will be C by B. So into C by 2B. Then minus y1 into, again this will become 0 and this will be with minus sign, minus C over 2A, okay, and plus half of C square over AB, okay. Now if I take C upon AB or multiply, take it as C upon AB and 2 also, C over 2 AB I am taking out. So from the first term, you see, from the first term what I am getting is C I have taken out, 2 I have taken out, B I have taken out, A was not there. So if I am taking A in the denominator, I have to multiply A to the numerator also. The remaining is x1, so it will be A into x1, okay. From there I am taking C, I am taking 2, I am taking A, minus and minus will become plus first, and y1 will be multiplied by B, so it will be B y1 and plus their remaining will be C only, okay. This is the area. But now triangle PA will also be equal to, this is your first equation, you take it as, or equation A, okay. Now what is also area of triangle PAB that I was trying to find out? What this will be equal to? Half of base multiplied by height. So it will be half of Pn, that is what I have to find out, multiplied by AB. Okay, multiplied by AB. And what is AB actually? Length of this. So what is there? It will be half of Pn multiplied by square root of what? X1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Okay, so that is minus c by a minus 0 square plus 0 minus c by a square. So whatever is the square, what you get is half of Pn. It becomes c square by a square plus it is c square by b square. C square by b square. Okay. Now take the LCM. What you get? Half of Pn multiplied by c square. So it will become b square c square, or take it like that, b square plus a square divided by a square b square. Okay. Now see, c square ab, I can take it out from this. So what I get is as half of Pn multiplied by c over ab over a square plus b square. That is what you are getting. Okay. So if I equate, take it as the second equation. Now from a and b, what you get is this one is equal to this one. Okay. So from a and b, I can write it as half of Pn into c by ab multiplied by square root of a square plus b square is equal to this. Okay. Now if these two are equal, then I can say 2 is cancelled, c is cancelled, a is cancelled, b is cancelled, everything is cancelled. So now Pn multiplied by square root of a square plus b square is equal to what? Ax1 plus by1 plus c. Okay, that is only, or I can say modulus of this. So what is Pn? That is equal to modulus of Ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by square root of a square plus b square. Okay, so this is all. By this you can find out the distance of any point from the given line. Okay, so now this is all that I had to explain you in the chapter for straight lines. Okay, so I would say you just keep on practicing. Keep practicing. Second thing, I once again repeat what I have told you earlier. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get notifications regarding all my upcoming videos. So till then, goodbye.